Time now to speak to our second panel of the evening, High Wycombe's finest. I can introduce you to Peter Tichborne, who's a management consultant, and I think plans to vote Tory, am I right?
That's right.
Rebecca Hickman, charity consultant, not quite sure where you are. Chris Morris, marketing manager, and Mark Sweeney from the Students' Union at the local university here. So, Tory since 1951. Can anything change? I better ask each of you. Do you think anything can change this time round, Peter?
No, I don't think so. I think that the way things are going at the moment, with both attitudes to Brexit, the success the Conservatives had in policies outside of Brexit, I think that with Boris in charge, we'll see a resounding victory.
Right. So
across
I
the
take
country.
It from that you're planning to vote.
Absolutely.
For Tory.
Yes.
Yeah. So Rebecca, I mean, do you think things can change?
I
this
think
time?
they absolutely can. We, as in Labour, came within a whisker of winning it in 1997. We were only 6,000 votes behind in 2017. And in the EU elections, the Tories came fourth in this constituency. And I think people have had enough. I think they're tired of Steve Baker. I think they feel that we've had an MP that hasn't represented us. We're a Remain constituency, but we have one of the most hardline...
Is Labour a Remain party?
Well, it's a democratic party. It's saying,
so
put it back. It means have a second referendum.
Right.
It's the only party that's actually saying have a second referendum, go back to the people, and let the people decide based on the information that we actually now have and that we didn't have in 2016.
Okay, well, we'll get into that in a moment. But Chris, I mean, do you think things can change here? Or
I'd echo a lot of what you just said, actually, other than the fact that I'd probably put more of an emphasis on the Liberal Democrats, which may sound a bit strange. We didn't do so well in 2017. But if you look at the European elections, and if you look back, I know it's going way back a bit now, but look back at 2010, we were way ahead of Labour. Suggests we've got natural sympathy towards the Lib Dems in this constituency, and as we get over the hangover from the coalition years and then throw Brexit into the mix, and the fact that we're the only party that's giving a clear way out of this, just stop the whole thing.
Now, Mark, I was at the university today. I mean, the problem, I guess, with university students tends to be turnout and registering and where they register. I mean, are they going to get sorted out, do you think, this time?
It's turnout as well. I think it's confusion half the time as well, and we've seen a lot of the dialogue, particularly around Brexit, has been particularly confusing and often misled. At the university, working really hard to get as many students registered to vote as possible. Like you said, the majority is 6,500. We've got 14,000 registered students at the university. Around 8,000 are based...
To vote in this constituency?
Not to vote in this constituency, but around 8,000 are based within this location. So that is a huge number of potential voters for any party to tap into, particularly, and is quite, I think, concerning if done right for Steve Baker, because I'd echo Rebecca's comment.
Right.
He's not been a particularly representative MP of this constituency, and definitely not in the last 9 years.
But to remove the Tory candidate, because we've got to remember that there is no MP now. I mean, we're into this election, but to remove the Tory candidate here probably will require some sort of electoral arrangement between Labour and Lib Dems, which doesn't look like it's going to happen.
It doesn't, and I think that's a real shame, because I think the two parties have an awful lot in common, and I think the Lib Dems are wrong to be seeking to run an active campaign here, because I think a vote for the Lib Dems in Wycombe is going to be a vote for the Conservatives. It's going to help to return Steve Baker. And I think if the Lib Dems were serious about wanting to get rid of the Tory government, and I think they are serious about that, then they would not be running quite such an active campaign in Wycombe.
Is there a chance of an agreement locally? I mean,
above my pay grade, that one, but...
but would you like to see one?
In honesty...
So you just vote Lib Dem?
Yeah, I'm definitely a Lib Dem voter.
Right.
I don't trust the Labour leadership enough.
So Rebecca votes Labour, and then where's the...
Well, the Lib Dem party line is there's no agreement to be made with the Labour Party, isn't there? So, or Jeremy Corbyn specifically, but it's not explicitly said that about the Conservative Party. So again, with Rebecca, I would fully echo that comment, because it becomes a vote for the Conservative Party.
We've got to go to a break, and we'll come back with more. But this must be music to your ears, or to the Conservatives' ears, if there's no sort of agreement to
well,
change
indeed,
things.
but whether it be if it's a vote for Labour, it's a vote for Jeremy Corbyn, and now you've got people like Ian Austin coming out against his own leader saying, please, Labour voters, vote Conservative, keep Jeremy Corbyn out of power. You know, if members of his own party cannot support Jeremy Corbyn, how on earth can an average Labour voter vote for him?
All right, well, look, thanks very much for that. Stay with us. I want to talk about exactly that, whether these sort of day-to-day controversies impact the way you may cast your vote. We'll be back here in High Wycombe with our panel just after the break.